Alright, so this is a guide on how to DPS with Earth. I'll just go right into the loadout because I want to try to make this video as short as possible. So you want to go into your Geokinesis, go all the way down to Fortified Golem, get Rumble Crush, and also get Reinforce. And now go into Seismic, just spend 1 power point on Stone. You will not be using it. It'll just, actually you don't even need to get Stone. I got this because I had 4 extra power points left and it wouldn't let me imprint with 4 extra power points. So I just spent a power. You don't need to spend it on Stone. So, in your Iconics, get your 2 weapon crits. And with your extra power points, you can get more health, more defense. You can also get more power, which will help you because with Earth, if you're not running with a troll, you run out of power pretty quickly. And that can easily be remedied by hitting a soda or a supply drop, so it's not that important. So yeah, you always okay, I'll go over my loadout real quick, so and what it does. All right, so for damage, you want to go from left to right. At least this is how I do it to make it easy for me. So I go Rumble Crush, Debris Field, Reinforce, Fortify, Crystal, and then Speed Drain, and I'll explain what Speed Drain does in a bit. So Rumble Crush itself will crush enemies, and when the enemies are crushed, Crystal will hit harder. So it'll help Crystal reach its maximum damage. So it'll also make Debris Field hit harder. So you want to always start a fight with Rumble Crush and clip its animation with Reinforce to get the attack buff you will get from Reinforce. And Reinforce gives you a critical strike and damage, and it'll also give you precision. So I'll just hit it right now to show you, going down to your buffs, and there it is. 15% precision for 12 seconds and 7% critical ability and weapon attack chance for 12 seconds. So that's why Reinforce is useful, especially with how much you'll have to be using your weapon when playing Earth, or when playing Earth. So the way you want to start off a fight is Rumble Crush, Reinforce, flip slash, Fortify, flip slash, Debris Field, flip slash, Rumble Crush, flip slash, Fortify, and then Reinforces all cooldown, so flip slash, Rumble Crush, into Reinforce. You get the point. That is your normal rotation with Earth. So an important thing to explain when using any power that utilizes weapons, you want to go into your weapon of choice, and it's more than likely going to be one-hander or hand blasters, considering they're the hardest hitting, quickest powers in quickest weapons in PvE. So in your one-hander, do not master it, because if you master it, you will you'll lose the big hits that come from its normal attacks. Obviously, weapon mastery doesn't hit hard anymore, so nobody's gonna master their weapon for DPS. You don't want to master the one-hander or the hand blasters, so just spend the extra skill point on something like power, and then you'll have access to these down here. Get your might and precision. With Earth, you want to spec full precision or full precision and might if you're going to actually be serious and fully mod your gear. I personally use synthetic mods because honestly, Crystal does the majority of your damage, and I feel like at a certain point my bad, I hit my mic. But at a certain point, your like precision stops allowing you, like, it stops benefiting huge hits from your weapon attacks. Like, I don't know, because I can still keep up with somebody who's fully modded and I'm like 5600 precision. As long as I would say your biggest obstacle is CR scaling at the moment, because it just it really messes up how much damage you're able to do, because it just limits you. Personally, I really dislike CR scaling, but yeah, once you're able to match the CR of your target or get close to it, you'll be able to do just as much damage as somebody who's fully modded, in my opinion. Like, I haven't been like sluggish because my mods are synthetics, and some of my gear isn't even modded because this gear gets replaced every week just based on drops. So some of it isn't even modded, and I still do very well with Earth. Either way, if you want to fully mod your gear, that's up to you. But yeah, that's the rotation with the one-hander. Some things to explain. I guess I'll explain what Speed Drain does. I'll let Crystal fully run out of power just to show you. Hopefully she spends it. Okay, there we go. Crystal's completely out of power. This is what happens when you hit Speed Drain. It'll give power to your Crystal for the entire duration of its animation. So As you can see, it gave Crystal so much power, and Crystal just went crazy and started bombarding the ads with special attacks. So that's why Speed Drain is far better than, I believe the old good supercharge for Earth was Meteor Shower, right? So people would do like a weapon mastery in the Meteor Shower, and the Meteor Shower would hit like, was it able to hit 100k? I think I saw a video of it hitting 50k, but that was like a long time ago when we had very low CR. So yeah, Meteor Shower was the previous best supercharge, but now it's Speed Drain, especially with how much they buffed pet powers to do all this extra damage. So you want to use Speed Drain. It'll also give power to people's grand summonings. Anyone's pet basically will get power from Speed Drain, and it'll obviously also give power to other players. And I do believe Vacuum Bubble does the same thing, and I think that's for flight, and I'm not sure what it is for acrobatics. But I would say if you're somebody who plays Earth a lot and you plan on staying Earth for a long time, consider getting a head mod, one of those head mod from time capsules like Speed Drain 2 or Speed Drain 3. Speed Drain 2, I got that for under $1 million, so it's not really that expensive, but Speed Drain 3 is about 2 or 3 million. If you want to get that, go ahead. It'll give you 50 supercharge for 5 seconds when you hit Speed Drain if you're using Speed Drain 2, and it'll give you 150 for 5 seconds if you're using Speed Drain 3. So it can help you build supercharge faster as Earth, and definitely that would be something useful considering that Earth builds supercharge very slowly. So you want to try and use those things. So yeah, that's basically it as far as the rotation, as far as what Speed Drain itself does. I'd say maybe one more thing to explain is if you're running something like a duo or a solo or a an alert. If you're running duo, solo, or alerts, if you see a restoration barrel, be the first one to grab it, because if you smash it on the boss, your crystal will gain power over time from it, and you know what that means. Crystal will just start using its power as quickly as possible, meaning it'll just start hitting extremely hard, like consistently, and that can really up how much damage you do in those pieces of content. So keep that in mind when you see a restoration barrel or restoration crystal. Definitely use it. What else to say? You could also, I would say this is more difficult, but if you find crystal anywhere, if you can quickly find crystal and your supply drop is off cooldown, you can drop your supply drop on crystal, and crystal will benefit from it. She'll gain the power over time, she'll gain the instant power, and then she'll just use it all. But oftentimes I find that crystal kind of just hides somewhere. It was more easier to do this as sorcery, because when you drop grand summoning, all the pets would spawn right where you are, and so they would gain the benefits of supply drops a lot easier. But if Crystal's right next to you for whatever reason, you can put a supply drop on her and she'll gain the benefit of the power and the power over time from supply drops as well. So Earth is basically giving power to Crystal and doing weapon attacks in between. And you can use the one-hander or the hand blasters for that. For hand blasters, I'll just show you real quick. For hand blasters, it would be scissor kick or solar flame. So start off like that. Scissor kick, fortify, scissor kick, debris field, scissor kick, rumble crush. That would be for scissor kick. So for solar flame, it would be solar flame, fortify, solar flame, rumble crush, solar flame, debris field, solar flame, rumble crush, solar flame, fortify, and then solar flame, rumble crush clipped with reinforce. And solar flame is definitely faster, and you can't really go wrong. I'd say between scissor kick and solar flame, they both do about the same damage. But if you're able to melee a raid or an alert or whatever, definitely use the one-hander. That's it. And yeah, that's basically it for Earth DPSing. I'll see you guys in the next video.